And you can have this with your favorite bread, like your paratha or roti. How many times have I said that, but never really showed you a video on how to make a homemade layered paratha. So let's get started and I'll show you how to get it right every time. So start by putting your atta flour into a large bowl and then knead it with warm water until it becomes nice and soft, supple but not sticky. I like to use my KitchenAid because I don't want to get my hands dirty, although towards the end you do have to use your hands a bit. And if you have a stand mixer, I want you to use that to make life so easy. Now some people like to season that dough with a pinch of salt or two, but I don't like to add salt if you don't really need it. So add salt if you're used to doing it, but my way is to omit it. Once that dough is done in the KitchenAid, I like to kind of knead it for a few minutes until it's smooth on the outside and I just form a ball. So I can let that rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can use a moist kitchen towel just to make sure it doesn't dry out. Now once that dough has rested, it's time to actually make the parathas. So I have my tawa pan heating on the side on medium heat for now, and then in the meanwhile portion out your dough into golf ball sized portions. Have some flour on the side for dusting in case it sticks, but if you find that the dough is sticking to the countertop, you can use one of these marble roti slabs, and that's going to be really helpful to make sure that when you're rolling out your breads, it doesn't get stuck and it's perfect every time. I also have a bit of molten ghee on the side here, and that's essential to make those layers in your paratha. So start by rolling it out into a thick disc and then brush ghee onto a half of that round circle. Then sprinkle that ghee surface with flour. What that layer of flour helps to do is it helps keep the layers separate. The dough won't get stuck when you roll it thin, and it'll keep those layers intact even when we are done cooking. So fold that in half and then add ghee again throughout the entire surface this time, and then sprinkle some more flour and then turn that into another half, so you'll have what looks like a quadrant, and then we're going to roll this out gently into a triangular shape. So triangular shape, 3 layers. It's perfect. And at the end of the day, if your parathas turned out perfect and you have those 3 layers intact, technically you have 3 breads in one, because if you really want to, you can tear those 3 layers into 3 perfect triangles. Now repeat the same with the rest of your portions. You can either make the parathas as you go, or you can roll out all the triangles first and then cook it all at the same time. You can prevent that dough from drying out by sprinkling some flour or using a moist paper towel or kitchen towel. To actually cook the parathas, again have some ghee on the side. Turn the heat to medium high until that pan starts to lightly smoke. If you don't have an Indian tawa pan, try to use a cast iron pan and you'll have a similar effect with these breads. Once that pan starts to smoke, add one of the triangles and then let that cook until you start to see bubbles forming from the underside. Once that happens, turn that around and let the underside cook. In the meanwhile, apply some ghee over the surface. By the time you're done, you can flip it and then apply ghee on the other side as well. And to really get that smokiness in there and some nice color, you can press down on the paratha with a spatula on each side, and you'll start noticing it's going to start filling up with air, get nice golden brown. And as soon as that happens, set that aside and then repeat the same with the rest of your portions. And here are all the parathas once I was all done, and today I was gonna have it with some paneer burji. Stay tuned on this channel and hit subscribe if you don't want to miss out on a really simple recipe for a Punjabi paneer burji. And if you can't find atta flour, stop watching this video right now. Yeah, you can't make it without atta flour. I'm gonna put a link from Amazon where you can get this atta flour. You don't have to use it, but you'll know exactly what you need to make these parathas. Whole wheat flour or white flour will not do the trick, and it won't be the same with those flours. So I'm gonna go enjoy my paneer bhurji and my parathas. I have so much for the week, and you go ahead and get everything together to make these parathas at home. Make some breads. It's a lot of fun. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.